want to make it alive.
It gives us those last little bits of prep time.
Okay, it says we are live. Okay, we are live. Okay.
All right. Hello, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, geeks, nerds, heroes, and villains. Welcome to a truly magical episode of BatYard's Finest. Today, we have the absolute pleasure of introducing you to the one and only, the enchanting and extraordinary cosplayer extraordinaire, the one they call Local Honey. Welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here interviewing with us.
Thank you very much. That's very sweet. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. I know it's been a long time coming. We've been doing a little back and forth, but finally we're here. We're making this show. We're making it happen. So definitely appreciate your time and coming on.
And before we get started, I just want to go right in and say, I saw your Queen Maeve cosplay you did. I didn't see like the timestamp of how many when you did it, but it looks like absolutely spot on. It's really awesome looking.
Thank you so much. I wore that to New York Comic Con. I've been wanting to cosplay her for a while, and I wore that. And I think I don't know what it is. I think I might bear a physical resemblance to the actress who plays her, because when I wore that, people were like, "Whoa!" Like I got a really good response to that, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I saw it and I'm like, wait a minute, is she? Because The Boys is my favorite, TV show on Prime Video right now. So I'm like, there's no way we're interviewing like the actress for Queen Maeve, because it really is a really like uncanny resemblance you both share.
Thank you. She's gorgeous. I'll take that as a wonderful compliment. Thank you.
I'm curious, like with your costumes, like with your Queen Maids, do you make that costume yourself, or do you get outsourced? Like how do you get your costumes together?
Oh, girl, I'll be honest. I buy all my shit. Can I swear?
Yeah, no, this is fine.
Yes.
God damn it, you can swear. It's okay.
Right. I buy all my stuff online. I buy almost all of my stuff I get online. I'm not a sewer. I'm not a seamstress. What I am is I'm able to alter things. So usually what I'll do is I'll purchase something online and I'll like kind of make it my own with slight alterations and stuff. But no, I bought that straight off the internet, right out of the bag.
That's cool. Do you have like nothing wrong with that? Yeah. Do you have like a specific company you go to, or is it more like just like anywhere you kind of find the pieces?
I kind of just like Google stuff and like compare and contrast. Always look at reviews. That's a really helpful tool for buying cosplays online, because sometimes a lot of websites will use the same stock images, but it's not the same product. So always looking at the reviews and making sure that it's like a legit thing is helpful.
Has any company reached out to you, to try to, make you like an ambassador or, do like a sponsorship with you and anything of the sort?
A while ago, yeah. There was like this weird shift in Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's when Facebook bought Instagram, like years back. Before that, I had a few like companies reach out to me and stuff, but now I don't really get much traction on my IG, and it's like I don't care. But I did do a partnership with a store it was TV Store Online, and they would send me some free stuff in exchange for like posts and things like that. But yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you share what that company was, or is it like?
It was so long ago. No, it was called TV Store Online. I don't even know if there's still a thing.
Okay.
It was more of just like a Halloween costume kind of website, but they had some cool pieces, and they let me pick out stuff as long as I would post about it. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice. Do you have any sponsorships in the pipeline you're working on, or are you just kind of taking it in the ebb and flow of things?
I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Because a lot of your stuff looks really fantastic. So I was like, I thought for sure you had at least maybe 2 or 3, sponsored companies. So that's what really made me ask.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I just me. I'm doing it on my own.
So can you tell us like how you got started into cosplay? Did this start like many years ago, or like is this something you just kind of picked up pretty recently? Because I know there's like factions of cosplayers, so it can kind of start at any time.
Yeah, I always loved dress up ever since I was little. There's pictures of me wearing princess dresses, and at preschool I would always go to I just played dress up all day long. It's just my favorite thing. I always loved Halloween too. Like before I knew what cosplay was, I was that one friend that was like, guys, we have to come up with like a really cool group Halloween costume. I'm gonna do that. I went all out for Halloween, and then when I like, you know what it was? I'm ashamed to say. It was 2016 Suicide Squad that did it for me. And I got the Harley Quinn costume for Halloween, and I was like, I don't really want to take this off. And I kind of discovered the world of like cosplay from there. So, yeah, that movie was the catalyst, but I've always been a lifelong dress up lover.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So Halloween is your favorite holiday?
St. Patrick's Day is my favorite, but Halloween's up there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm a big St. Patty's Day fan myself, so we got that in common.
Cool.
Now, you said that you've always been into dress up and things of that nature. But was there, for some people, they had like an inspiration, like a movie? I see you do a lot of Disney things. So was there like a Disney movie, or even just like an animated film that is just really got you into the I want to just I love this costume and I love that design?
When I was very little, the first thing was Alice in Wonderland, who she's still my favorite character. There was like 4 Halloweens in a row I was Alice when I was little. There's a lot of pictures of me when I was little wearing Alice in Wonderland. And I remember like when I watched the movie when I was little, I just thought that she was so cool and I just loved the way she looked and I wanted to be her. And then when I grew up and I was in college, right before I saw Suicide Squad, when I saw Big Hero 6, Honey Lemon also really did it for me. And I have cosplayed her too. She was one of my very first cosplays. And that was like, as an adult seeing that, being like, I want to wear that outfit. That also kind of prompted me to, learn more about like cosplay and doing it for fun.
Okay, that's very interesting. I definitely was not expecting Alice in Wonderland. I was thinking you might have said more so, like maybe Mulan, because of all the dresses and like kimonos that they have that are very decorative. Because there's been a few like local cosplayers. I live in Tennessee that I've talked to, and they said like, oh, Mulan. A few said Lilo and Stitch because they like the Hawaiian skirts and grass dresses. So just Alice in Wonderland is a very interesting thing. That's really unique. I like that a lot.
Thank you. Thanks.
So is Alice in Wonderland your favorite Disney movie as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Always has
go wrong with the classic.
Yeah. I ever since I was little, that was my favorite. Now, I don't know if you guys plan to ask or if you wanted to talk to me about my company that I own. But she's also my favorite character that I play for my company, and she's just her whole story just means a lot to me. The original text, the Disney film, not the Tim Burton film. But just every adaptation of Alice in Wonderland is just something that's very close to my heart. So she's
I was actually going to get into that. Is Fantasy First? So that is that the company that you were talking about? Can you share a little bit to the audience at home for people who don't know what Fantasy First exactly is? Like, just kind of let us know a little bit about that.
So we're a character entertainment company. We do birthday parties, larger corporate events, festivals, parades, all sorts of stuff. Basically, what we do is we provide character entertainment akin to what you might find at a popular theme park, and provide that kind of service right to your door for your child's birthday party. We do a lot of adult events too. We have a really cool adult event coming up next week, downtown Albany Nostalgia Night at 9 But yeah,
cool.
it's going to be a lot of fun. Free drink with ticket. Free drink with purchase. But yeah, we do it for children and for adults, and it's really fun and special. Mostly birthday parties, mostly princesses, but we do all sorts of stuff.
So can you tell us about this upcoming event at 9 Is it going to be like a bunch of characters coming out, like serving ciders out there? Like, like
yeah, I mean, kind of. We have 8 characters. 6 of them have been announced so far on our Facebook page, so we're waiting to announce 2 more. But basically, I don't know if you've been to 9 but they have this really great event space that's like nice and open. And we'll be doing trivia, mini games, classic Disney sing-alongs. Basically, the whole point is that, oh no, what happened to my monitor? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, I'm good. Basically,
yeah.
It's that the parents that are a lot of our clientele are so sick of hearing Let It Go and watching Frozen over and over again. We're like, let's rewind times where we were younger and we grew up with the VHS that you had to physically rewind, and
Right.
we were Lion King, Aladdin, all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of reminiscing on the golden age of Disney, I would say.
Oh, that's awesome! Like the Disney.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Throughout the 90s. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying like the Disney Renaissance, like around like the '90s era. So that's classic Disney.
Yeah, for sure.
So
It's so
can
interesting. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
I was just gonna ask.
I was
Can you reveal like the characters that are gonna be at the event? Like,
yeah. So the ones we have announced so far is I will be there as Alice. Funny, we were just talking about that. We'll have Alice. We'll have the Mad Hatter. Ariel will be there. Belle, Snow White, Lilo will be there, and the other two that haven't been announced yet.
oh, cool. Okay.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Is that
interesting
during the weekend? Oh, sorry, Jay. Is that coming up for the weekend, or is that during the week? What day is
it's
that?
May 27th. It's a Saturday.
Okay,
that's cool. I was just gonna interject and say it's so funny that you mentioned your company and how you do children's parties, birthdays, and other events, because that was one of my questions, because I see you do a lot of Disney cosplays and things. So that was definitely something that I wondered if you did any children's parties, if any adults came to you, any parents, or like maybe even like a school might do a function that's Disney themed. But it's definitely awesome that you have a company that does all that for parents, because I know when I was a kid, I definitely wore my mom and dad out on 101 Dalmatians.
Right. Nice. Yeah, I didn't want to like control the way the conversation was going, but I figure you can't really talk about it because it's kind of cosplay that I do for work, but then I also do my own personal cosplay on the side. But yeah, the Disney stuff is definitely my work cosplay.
Okay.
Well, we were gonna dive into both factions, so yeah, I'm glad you brought it up.
Do you have any personal cosplays you're currently working on, or any collabs with some cosplayer friends, or people who have reached out to you as other professional cosplayers?
I don't think so. It's so tough when you own a small business, and it's myself and my partner own and operate the business entirely on our own. And obviously I still work my regular day job, so it's a lot, and sometimes personal stuff has to kind of get put on the back burner. I cosplay a lot with my best friend Stephanie. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see her all over it. We do a lot of Rem and Rom from RE0, Evangelion. I think there's like a lot of things that I have in my closet that I've been planning to wear that I haven't gotten around to it, because when you wear costumes and wigs for a living, it's like doing it for fun kind of has to take the back seat sometimes.
Oh, definitely. I have some friends that back before the pandemic and everything, they've done cosplays. They've tried to get me into it, but I've had some major life events go on to where I couldn't at the times. I still definitely would like to, but now I'm like, okay, I've got the pandemic weight, and I need to shed a couple pounds to get in the shape that I want to do some of my cosplays for.
Well, you can cosplay whatever you want, no matter how you look, but I understand the want to feel comfortable in your own skin. I totally get it. And yeah, sometimes life stuff happens and fun things have to sit back, unfortunately. But yeah, I get it. Life happens,
So when did you start your company with Fantasy First?
October of 22. So we've been open about 7 months now. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's very commendable. I definitely owning a small business or doing anything, business wise is very difficult. I couldn't even imagine, the hurdles you did to, get started and what you still are going through now, especially, this is getting ready to turn into the summer. So I'm a summer baby. So I know a lot of parents have, summer kids whose birthdays they put off because they're still in school and whatnot. So I'm quite sure you're going to start hitting your busy season.
Oh yeah, we have. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's fun. And you always hear people say like, you have to love what you do. And now that I have finally experienced that, I'm like, okay, now I know that I'm on the right path. The work part of, aside from being the performer that goes out, I clean the costumes, I restyle the wigs, I train the girls on how to do their makeup, I direct it, I direct things, I conceptualize the events, I come up with I do a lot of stuff, but I enjoy it. So it's a lot of work, but I enjoy every minute of it. So it's really cool. It's a really cool feeling to know that I'm doing something that I love. It feels really good. And finally, I understand the people who say that all the time. You know, love what you do.
That's awesome. Now, I
Pretty
know
cool.
this one might be a bit of a stretch, but do you plan to do any work with Disney, or have you tried to reach out to them in any capacity, or are you like, I don't want to be bothered with them, I'm gonna do my own thing?
Yeah, so the party princess character entertainment industry is a very lucrative one. It is a worldwide industry, and we are not affiliated with Disney in any way. Our characters are based on popular fairy tales. There are a few loopholes that you have to get around. When I was little, I always did want to work for Disney. Like I wanted to be a princess, so I wanted to be Alice at the parks. But then I grew up and I got like tattoos and stuff, and Disney doesn't allow that. So the fun part about what I do is that I can make my own rules. I cover up my tattoos, obviously, when I'm performing. But yeah, we are not affiliated with Disney. And anyway, on the record, we are not.
No, that's probably a good thing. Public domain. They're all public domain characters, so you're safe.
Exactly.
Disney's definitely missing out because a lot of your stuff. If just on the street, if I was just a random passerby, I would swear you worked for Disney because all the and I do mean this legitimately. I'm not trying to butter you up. Everything you have done as far as your cosplays look absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very kind. But yeah, I'm too tall for Disney, and they don't like my ink, so they're missing out.
They're missing out. Tattoos are the new thing. I've got 9 tattoos right now, and I'm working on finally hitting the double digits over the summer if I can.
Nice.
Yeah, it makes your characters more unique. It's like more personable.
Yeah.
So, besides the 9-pin event coming up, can you announce anything else that are coming up in the future or anything like that?
For kids, we do have we actually have a superhero training event for children coming up in July. We have to finalize the date, but that's a really fun thing that we're working on with the Spider Hero and the Bat Hero. So those 2 characters will be leading a superhero training camp for kids at my local gym. Again, that's like in the final stages of being, solidified right now, but that'll be a lot of fun. And then summer is just really party heavy. So we're kind of after those 2, we're kind of taking a step back from doing ticketed events and things because we have so many birthday parties to do.
Right. And
definitely
those events that are coming up, those are both in Albany. I know 9-pin's in Albany.
Yes.
Okay, the superhero training as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm pretty close to Albany, so if you need any help, I might make a cameo if you need. Just let me know.
All right, yeah, no, really, we need more guys, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there you go, Josh.
Yeah, just let us know. Whatever we can do, we'll be happy to help. So.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, I have another, question about your company, Fantasy First. Obviously, I know, as children, they're all enthralled and engaged with, your characters and performers. But, has there ever been one child in particular, that event that, you all did for them just absolutely, just lit the stars in their eyes and sent them over the moon? If it's emotional, you don't have to talk about it. I know as children, that's something.
I started rolling my eyes because I thought you were going to ask about badly behaved children, and I was about to be like, but no, there have been. I meet so many children, and it is difficult to remember all of them. But there are a few I can point out. I'm not going to say their names on live or anything, but there was one little girl I met. While I was working for the company I used to work for. I met her. The first time I ever met her was for her birthday party, and it was during COVID. Why is my monitor? Is my video still good? I don't know what.
Yes, ma'am, you're still good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good. Anyway, she had her birthday party during COVID, so it was like a little intimate little family party, just me, her brother, her little sister, and her parents. And when it was a lot of fun, and when I went to go leave, she started sobbing, and she was like, "I don't want you to leave. I want you to move into my house." And I was like, it was so sweet. It like touched my heart. And after that, her parents brought her to multiple other events that I was doing with this other company to come and see me. So I will never forget that little girl. She's so special to me. And it's always nice to see repeat kids, you know, because it's like, you know, that you did.
Oh, that's awesome. I work for my public school system where I live, so I don't even want to get into bad children. I've told Josh and our other tech guys so many stories about just kids going off the wall, and it's just been absolutely a nut house. So I definitely didn't want to get into bad children. I know you've had your experiences. Everyone who is a performer definitely does.
Am I here still? What's just happened?
Yeah, you just came back and nothing happened. You're here. You've been here the whole time.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my computer. It's just like
no, it's okay. Yeah, we figured it out. No, thanks.
We have tech issues quite frequently. It's all a part of our theatric.
Perfect.
So if you don't mind me asking about some of your personal cosplays, I know you've done some Evangelion, ReZero, and a few others. Do you have any other anime or maybe cartoon or comic book cosplays you have in mind that you would like to do at some point in the future, or any conventions you'd like to go to?
Conventions, I'm not sure. I feel like as I progress more into like, as my business grows and as I do more work that way, it's like my personal cosplay aspirations have kind of even like diminished. Like I have my characters that I love. I love Asuka from Neon Genesis, that she's my favorite. Ram from ReZero. I'm trying to think. Usually I want to do a lot more because they have a bunch of different outfits that I would like to do more of. But those are my two favorite anime girlies. When I watch new animes, sometimes like, you know how it is as a cosplayer, you see a character and you're like, that I want to be that.
Yeah, I've definitely said that myself, so I understand completely.
So I'm not going to say I don't have any new ones because who knows, a new show might pop up and I might fall in love. But right now, I haven't really been super drawn to any characters. I have a convention coming up that I might cosplay Chainsaw Man from Chainsaw Man at. But right now, yeah, nothing new that I can think of that I'm like dying to do.
That's awesome. I understand completely. I've got a whole like watch list on Crunchyroll and on Netflix, and I read and watch, so I have like, boom. I'm like, yeah, I could definitely do this. This wouldn't be that hard to do. And then I'm like, oh, my list has turned from like 5 cosplays into 30.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Feel that.
So I wanted to ask you, speaking about conventions and all that, do you have a favorite Comic-Con that you went to, or a personal experience that kind of pops into mind that's your favorite?
So I used to say that Colossal Con East was my favorite, but I went to Anime Boston for the first time this year, and that was like the best convention experience I've ever had. Loved it,
Oh, cool.
Hands down, 10 out of 10, amazing. Can't wait for next year.
So
awesome.
what made it like your favorite experience?
So it's always really nice when you go to a con where you can stay in the hotel where the con is happening.
Right.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes,
because my girl Stephanie and I, we do a lot of matching things. So we're like, okay, we're gonna cosplay these two girls from this day, but we have a bunch of different outfits, and you can run back up into the hotel, back to the con, and change whatever. But the thing I liked about Anime Boston was that there was so much to do. Like, I'm not normally a panel person, but there were a lot of fun things to sit in on and watch and just like experience. Like, I watched the lip sync battle, I watched the dating game. It was just like funny, and there's always a lot of things happening that you could just go and like, you know, sit down for a minute, or if you want to walk around the con floor, there's just a lot going on, and all of it was good. Like, it wasn't like some panel that you go to and want to leave 5 minutes in. It was just all really quality entertainment, so I really enjoyed that.
No, I definitely understand that completely. I have a local convention down here I used to go to quite frequently. I went every year. It's called it's the Middle Tennessee Anime Convention. But just over the last couple of years, I haven't been because there's been a lot of incidents. I've told, off screen, Josh and our tech guy about it, and they're just like, how is it still going? And I'm like, it's, a good convention definitely sets everything else apart. Because I've heard amazing things about Anime NYC, New York Comic Con, of course, Anime Boston, as you said. And I've, me, Josh, and our other tech guy, Matt, we've been trying to okay, one year we all just have to get together and go. We'll do some interviews. We'll try to cosplay and just, have fun as, all of us together. And it's definitely great. You have a friend, who shares your passion and is just as enthusiastic.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that definitely helps with the travel too. Like to have a camaraderie for everything.
For sure.
Especially if you're going out of state or something.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I know. What was your last con the Saratoga Comic Con, or was there something more recent that you went to?
Yeah, I didn't go to that. I was Anime Boston I went to.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, we didn't have a chance to go to that one either. We went to the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. I've been to that one a few times in the past, but I didn't go to the most recent one either.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I know they do it twice a year, so yeah, we might. We have no idea when. Kind of whenever we have a free weekend, we're gonna make it showing or anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a con planned in the future or anything like that?
It should be at Kineticon in July.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Do you have a panel for that, or are you just going?
Just going.
Okay.
That's always
fun. Yep.
I've hosted panels before, and hosting a panel is a lot of fun because me and my friends, when Steven Universe was still very popular, we held, fan crack theories and discussion panels, and people would tell us, because they would see us on the con floor and whatnot, they say your panel was the best part of this year, and it absolutely made my experience, and they, handshake, hug, and a couple of tears. And when we tried to go back again, they just flat out rejected our idea. And we were really upset because we did it for 2 years, and we asked one of the con people, because I have a friend that was a part of the staff at the time. I asked her, I'm like, hey, we submitted a panel idea and ours got denied, but on the programming, somebody else had 5 different panels. That's kind of bogus.
Right. Yeah.
So definitely, I understand your sentiment of just wanting to go and enjoy it for this, peace of mind, have some fun, and kind of, just forget about the woes of everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever met any your heroes or inspirations at a Comic Con, like a voice actor or an actor or anything like that?
No, they're too expensive.
Yeah, they definitely are.
I literally, and cons are so expensive as they are. If you travel out of state, you pay for hotel, you pay for the weekend badge. I'm like, girl, I don't have money like that. Especially because I like to go shopping at cons. I love to buy my little anime figurines in the vendors hall and stuff. So
yes.
I got a problem with those. But yeah, I haven't. And it would be cool, but at the end of the day, I'm not a huge celebrity fan person. So it's
right.
If it was cheaper, maybe sure I would go see Dante Bosco or somebody if I really liked them. But a lot of the time it's too expensive, and then you have to spend half your day wwaiting in a line. It's just not for me personally. No shade to anybody who does do that. It's a valid con experience, but it's just not for me.
No, I definitely.
Oh no, I feel you. As far as voice actors and celebrities, earlier toward the November of last year, I had the greatest honor and pleasure of getting an autograph from Jason Page, who sung the Pokemon original theme song. Nice. And even in sadder news, I got an autographed picture from Jason David Frank when he was at a convention. I met the voice of Lord Zed. I've met like I said, I'm gonna only meet my voice actors and people who just really left that unforgettable mark. So what you say is totally valid, because it was one year they had the person who voice acted for Brock, Jesse, and just 1,000 other people from animes I was watching at the time. And I'm like, I have to go. And then I saw that the line was wrapped around, and when it went down the stairwell, I said,
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm not going to spend 3 hours in a line. I'm going to go to the dealer room. I managed to haggle him down, and I got $160 figure for $100, and I know he was mad about it.
What was it?
I still have it around somewhere. It's in my collectible closet, but I think it's.
Notice how he's not giving any information. Is it safe for work?
What was it? I can't even remember what figure it is now because I've got so many.
All right.
I think. And when I find it, I'll send you a picture of it from our Instagram account.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's my crowning glory of I know what it was. It was a set of the first generation Pokemon badges.
Okay.
He wanted 160. I said, all I got's 100, and I'm not making any phone calls to get $10 more. And he said, you know what? This is the last thing I've got of this set. We'll do 100 flat.
Nice. Yeah. Was it on a Sunday? Sundays.
It was on a Sunday, in fact.
Oh yeah. Been there. Yep. You always get the best deals on a Sunday.
Yeah, they just want to get rid of their stuff at that
Yeah,
point.
they just want an empty stock.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to bring anything home. I think you get kind of lucky with smaller cons if you're going to talk to like a celebrity or a voice actor or an artist, because like it's just, I don't know, I find it a little bit more personable because there's not as big of a line as you were saying before, Chloe. You know, like at like New York Comic Con or something like that. Sometimes we get lucky at like conventions if there's just like a handful of people or something. You have one-on-one interaction, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to switch gears too much. I'm gonna steal one of the questions Joshua wanted to ask you. We saw you have a Twitch channel, so would you mind, giving us some information about that? If you have an upload schedule, and are you a Twitch affiliate? Obviously.
Yeah, I haven't used that in like 2 years, to be honest. I only streamed for a few months. I made affiliate. I didn't make a lot of money. No, that's not true. I made an okay amount of money, but it was too much work, and I'm not nice enough to like sit there and pretend to be nice to men all night. I'm sorry for lack of a better, phrasing.
No, that's exactly what it is.
I
we're no
totally
censor here.
Yeah.
I found it very tiresome. And I'd rather just play video games on my own and not have to worry about like looking pretty and speaking to people. I don't know what I was doing when I tried it out. It was fun. I had my fun, but yeah, not for me. I'm not that.
Yeah. I noticed you've been getting anonymous comments on your Instagram, getting asking a bunch of questions. I know you're getting very, very like regular questions, and then it seems like you get some like random comments. So I it's like I understand, I understand why you don't want to entertain that.
Yeah, it's some creepy people on the internet and trying to, there are a few nice ones out of all the bad apples, but they're really far few and in between. And you more likely to make, a regular friend with someone, or, just even like a casual gaming buddy, just playing games on your own and not worrying about the pressure of, okay, I'm on screen, I have to put on a persona.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just wanted to ask you for your photography for your cosplay, do you have like a go-to photographer, or is it just kind of whatever friend is up and available, or do you have a go-to person?
It depends on what I'm doing and where. One photographer who I've been very lucky to have worked with multiple times in the past is Kevin Gray. I haven't seen him in a while just because I haven't really planned any like big shoots in a while, but he's very talented. He's Kevin Q Gray on Instagram if you want to look him up. I met him while I was working for the other princess company, and he became a very good friend of mine as well, and his work is phenomenal. Aside from that, it's kind of just like whoever is going to be at the con that I'm going, who's going to be at the con that I'm going to, you usually go to the Facebook pages and ask like, what photographers are available and things like that. But I think Kevin is great. I work a lot also with a man. His is art and heart photography, Mike Hart, who's really cool. And I think working with different artists is really beneficial to not, obviously I love both of them but they have very different styles. So sometimes when you want something different out of a cosplay photo, it's nice to have options for different artistic styles and things like that.
So Kevin Gray, shout out to Kevin.
Yes, and Mike, Art and Heart.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure to look them up. Yeah, appreciate it. So I just wanted to ask you, do you I know you do a bunch of cosplays. Have you done any fan films or anything, any video, little sketches or anything like that?
Not for cosplay, no.
Okay.
No.
Do you have now, obviously, we're a superhero themed podcast. Do you have a personal favorite between Marvel and DC that you prefer, their heroes and heroines over, or villains and villainess? Because personally, I like DC's villains over their heroes, but I love Marvel's heroes. Their villains, to me, kind of fall to the wayside for what I've heard.
So I'm not a huge superhero person. And one opinion that I have that a lot of people don't like is that I just don't like Marvel at all. And it's not because I love DC, but I don't like Marvel. I don't like any of it. I'm sorry. I just straight up.
It's your own opinion. Yeah, cool. It's completely understandable.
I've gotten blocked on Twitter over that one.
But comic book? Is it more the movies, the comic books, or is it a little bit of
anything? I find Marvel leaves a certain taste that I don't enjoy. I feel like oh man, I don't want to offend anybody. It's just not for me. Marvel's not for me, buddy. It's not.
I'm more of a DC guy.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
like both. I'm a big Superman fan. That's my go-to. So I just have one more question, Jared. Jared, do you have anything you want to add?
I have one more question, but I can. Okay, yeah, you can go first, Josh.
No, you go.
So, I just wanted to touch again on, you being a small business owner. Was there just a moment for you when you were like, you know what, I want to work for myself. I know I can do good. And obviously, since, you're working with children, do you have an inspiration for wanting to, show children another side to the performer lifestyle? Or do you just because some people, have just a love for children is more so what I want to get at. Yes,
that's very much the case. I grew up in a family where almost all of the women are teachers, childcare providers. I'm the oldest sister. I've always been in charge of the little ones. It's just always I've just have a very deep love for children that I've always had. I got my working papers at 14, started working at a camp. I've worked with children forever. I am currently a childcare professional. I work as a teacher at an early childhood center. And it's just I love children.
I would just like to say, God bless you as a teacher. My mom was a teacher when I was a child, and, she's moved from teacher to reading specialist, assistant principal, and executive principal. She's done everything educational related. And definitely, with the climate of needing teachers and you being a child care professional, for me personally, I want to give you, my own thanks, because you people do so much more than what everybody thinks is possible as a teacher.
For so little money.
Exactly. For so little money. It is not easy. It is not. You, ma'am, you are a god amongst the human populace.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that, because at times it does feel like a very thankless job. So hearing that is much appreciated. And I will reiterate, teachers do not get paid enough at any level, early childhood, elementary, secondary learning. Teachers do not get paid enough for the work that they do. So thank you. I do appreciate that very much.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask final word. Do you have any words of wisdom for people who want to get into cosplay or anything in the art or anything like that?
In the arts, that's broad. Let's say cosplay. Be true to yourself. Don't do things that other people expect you to do. Don't do things just because they're trendy. You know, do it for yourself. Anyone can cosplay whatever character they want, regardless of the way that they look. Just do it. Just have fun. And that sounds so corny, but like the most important thing really is just to have fun. Like if you are wearing a costume and you are enjoying yourself, you're a good cosplayer, in my opinion. A lot of people like to say they're, you know, a lot of people like to have this like superiority complex in cosplay, which is so dumb because we're adults playing dress up. Like, please don't sit here and try to tell me that you're better than other people. You know, I can respect the craft that goes into, you know, people who make their own things, and that's definitely respectable, and that's a completely different monster, and a completely different ball game. But as long as you are having fun and enjoying yourself and you feel good, you are a good cosplayer. So just my advice would just be to have fun and be true to yourself and don't listen to what haters have to say.
Right.
Those are very, very true words. I've you know, in the cosplay community especially, there's a lot of negativity, and you know, there's also, you know, a lot of racism and people who just tell you what you can and can't do. So
Right.
those definitely are very inspirational words. I think everyone should take to heart, you know, even outside of cosplay. So that's
Yes.
I think those are very, very awesome things to say.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think just stay true to yourself, and if you want to be whatever character, it doesn't matter, go for it. You know?
Right.
There shouldn't be any barriers to what you want to do. So we're just going to close out this episode. Chloe, thank you so much for joining us. Make
Hey,
sure to
thank
follow
you.
her on her social media accounts, Local Honey. Do you have any other social media that you want to shout out?
My business account is at Fantasy First CE on Instagram, but other than that, yeah, I don't use the Twitch anymore. I tweet. Oh, I tweet too much. I tweet a lot. But yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram. So.
Okay. Is your Twitter the same handle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's in my Instagram bio.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna close out. 3, 2, 1. This is Josh. It's okay. I'm gonna go first, and then Jerry, and then becoming super friends one episode at a time. That's what.
I remembered it. See, you cut me off, and I was gonna do it, and it was gonna be good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. You know, I just wanted to be as prepared as possible. So 3, 2, 1. This is Josh. You all pop up and away, and come up at your turn.
This is Jerry guiding you all with Green Lantern's light.
This is Chloe making super friends one episode at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
You're
you
a very
guys.
awesome person. Thank you